What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips. Whoopin' Super Norteno, the Freeze, Part 3. Are you guys ready? Let's get to the intro. Welcome back, and if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe, then tas to it. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking, and I appreciate it. Whopping. Right, we're about to get into some ass whopping right now. The Freeze, Part 3. You guys waited all weekend for it, man. Thank you for being on standby. I appreciate you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate the cliffhangers. We're going to get into it, man, because you guys have been waiting too long. And, hey, just like my Theo always say, well, hurry up, fuckface, and do it. Get your ass over here because guess what? My food stamps are running out. How many cans of beans we got left? Oh, Miko, they ran out. We haven't ran out right here, though. We're never going to run out. Let's go, man. Let's run it in. So if you guys remember, man, we were in San Jose and a couple bigger homies were like, hey, we're going to clear everyone in this situation. But there was a big but, and it wasn't a fucking torta with a smile, but it was a big but, though, right? And so as I'm talking to the homies trying to get everything cleared up, I'm just making sure that they understand that their homeboys, these two fucking fools that were saying that Ricky ran out on them, are actually the ones that ran out, and they were feeling some type of way because these dudes were telling them a different story. And because these dudes were from Sanho, there's always that Sanho bias, right? It's just the way it is. Ricky's a fucking J-Cat from the Central Valley, like, what? So okay, I don't do that, right? Look, but one thing Ricky is a fighter, right? He ain't no punk. So then guys came up with a good understanding of what they felt was going to happen. Now, mind you, in the Norteno movement, red on red just doesn't happen no more. It's not supposed to. It does, but it doesn't, or it's not spoken on, right? Shh, don't tell nobody. Whoopin', right? But it happens. So these vatos were like, hey, look, we have a problem here. Your primo is saying that fucking these vatos did and they did that. Look, homie, everyone's cleared in this situation, but we're going to do it like this. If your primo got an issue, if he feels like he has something to get off his chest, we're going to sanction. We're going to allow you guys to get off right here. We're going to allow him to fight both these guys. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me talk to Ricky. You whooping, I'll fight them both at the same time. I don't give a fuck. Tell him to put blue rags on. Tell him to put blue. No, calm down. Calm down, killer. Right? You got fucking beat up by a fucking werewolf, remember? Relax. Look, I said, hey, my primo's not going to fight both of them, bro. Pick which one, and my primo will fight him. He said, no, well, they both feel disrespected now. Now they were saying, oh, they want the one-on-one, right? Ricky was like, well, but I'll take the 2-on-1. I fight like threesomes. I love threesomes. I said, you want to have a threesome with two men? I don't give a fuck. We're fighting, right? I said, yeah, but shut up, right? I said, look, bro, how about this? How about he fights one of the vatos and you pick the other one and I'll fight him? Doesn't matter which one. I'll take the pleito for my primo, right? Like a dumbass, right? I should have thought better. So there's a bigger one and there's one that's just mid-size, right? So, of course, I'm thinking, oh, Ricky's going to fight with the bigger one, man. I ain't even tripping because Ricky wanted all that smoke, right? Ricky's like, oh, now he's pumped up. Give me a massage. Give me a massage. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, I might have to fight too. I need a massage. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do some of that fucking, what does that do? That fucking Rico Chus move? We might have to do some yoga. We might have to get ready. We might have to stretch for this one. These are homeboys from Sanho. They play differently, right? So, anyways, as me and Ricky are discussing, I'm giving it to him like, hey, look, you're going to fight one. I'm going to fight the other. Whoopie, you're fucking really down. You're active today. I said, yeah, today I'm going to get activated. But let me explain something to you. I was already active at the time, but I said, let me explain something to you, right? I might get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? You might get your ass whooped. But these are homies, so we can't go to the extreme. We can't stomp them out. We can't do none of that. You just got to just get that one-on-one fade. Ricky's like, whooping, do I get to fight both of them? I said, if you want, after I'm done with one, the way the homies want is I'll take one. They're like, hey, enough of that shit, Jose. So look. The homies said, right? And when they say homies, they mean their homeboys. We're all of a sudden just two fucking civilians, I guess. The homies said, yeah, we could do that. You could take the fade for him. You're going to fight the bigger homie because you seem like to be more vocal and a little bit more intelligent than that fucking asshole, right? Ricky said, well, I'm going to fucking say, I can strike you up for that. That's disrespect to the Norteno cause. He said, well, let me tell you what cause this is. We're going to beat your ass because you're just a homeboy from Sanho. How about that cause, right? So there's a gang of homeboys there from San Jose. We're not really ready. We got a couple homies with us, but we're not really that ready, right? So the homies are looking around like, damn, what if this gets crazy? I'm like, it probably will, but at the same time, it is what it is. So I tell Ricky, you got to go first because I want to wait as long as I can. So Ricky's like, whooping, right? And Ricky does this fucking, like, you know how most fighters, they fight like that, or fucking what's up, or what's cracking, homie? You know what I'm saying? They're all fucking gangster. Hey, what's up, man? Right? And you know what I'm saying? Hey, Norte, right? This motherfucker's like, whooping. He's doing the whooping. He's doing the whooping, which actually looks cooler because it shows my underarm hair, right? So he's actually doing that. And that fucking dude comes, rushes him. Saul! Ricky stops him and holds him, says, I got a little love for Saul, but I got to do this. Whopping. That motherfucker flies back. Ricky's on him. Whopping. The dudes pull Ricky off. I'm like, hey, one-on-one, bro. There it is one-on-one. Hey, but the fucking, that like, it's one and done, and we can't do that. The homeboy needs to get his. So, of course, they square off again. Ricky's like, whooping, I thought it was one and done. Right? I said, no, it's one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? It's one-on-one. Let's go. My name's not Juan. My name's Ricky. Just fight, stupid ass. Act like he's a Southsider and tear his ass up, right? So here they go. They're squaring off again, and this fool cracks Ricky with a couple punches. Boom, boom. And Ricky, boom, whooping, right? So now he's sleeping. This fool's fucking looking worse than the dude what Roger Jackson did to that dude. He just fucked right? He's don't put it in my butt. Don't put it in my butt, right? Like he's having a bad nightmare. And Ricky's like, whooping, let me fight the other one. I got the other one, right? And them dudes are like, pick that dude up. They're waking up. Get up, hey. Shit, fucking, you look bad, hoes. We're gonna fuck around and fucking remove you right now, right? So dude gets all like, what happened? I won, huh? I won. You fucking hit him, but you didn't hit him where it counts. One more time. Round 3. Ricky's like, fucking, we gotta go round 4 because I don't like 3s. You fucked us like 3s or what? This North again, right? They're like, nah, not in particular. Go ahead. So fucking they're getting off, and now they're chunking him. Boom, boom. Dude's fucking actually, he's dazed and confused, but because he's confused and dazed, he's able to actually get some licks in. And Ricky fucking does the spinning back Huelga punch. Whoa, boom. Catches him. Catches that dude and then cracks him. Boom. Dude falls, right? Ricky goes to kick him and I pick Ricky up. No. And in the midst of picking Ricky up, I fall over, right? And dudes are laughing and I feel disrespected. My homie Sharky's like, hey, what happened, bro? We're all homeboys here, man. It ain't cool. That ain't cool. We're all homies. They're like, yeah, it's just funny. Hey. All right, that's enough for that one, right? So Ricky's like, whooping, am I good? Am I good? Yeah, we guess, right? So Ricky's like, I'm like, fuck. Everyone's like, damn, Ricky tried to do that. Dude's fucked up. His homeboys are throwing him in the car. Like, get the fuck out of here, stupid. Go join Vicky's town. You're out of here, right? So now the other one's a bigger dude. He's bald. Got what he's trying to start as a Mongolian. Looks like a patch in the back of his head. And I'm thinking, aim for the patch. Aim for the patch. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to fucking crack this. He's going to turn around. So I run up. What's up, Holmes? What's up, right? And he's like, hey, I want to fight your primo. And Ricky's like, whoopin', we can do that. Let me get it. And I said, no, me and you. And then the homies can dictate whatever they want after that. Ricky's like, I want that fade. Can I have that fade? The big dude's like, hey, can you brush your teeth? How about that, Holmes? And we'll talk about a fade after you fade the fucking dientes. Fade them with some zest fully clean, because that shit is aqua fresh, those fuckers. I say, he's like, go ahead, Holmes, do your thing. And I ran trying to do a Superman punch. I don't know why. You know, sometimes I think I'm stupid, and then I see what I do, and I know that I am. It's not just thinking, it is. But as I ran to do the Superman punch, this motherfucker picked me up in midair and dipped me on my head. Boom! Whooping! Right? Ricky's like, I'm going to tell you whooping. Whooping is he picked you up and he slammed you. What's going to whooping is I'm going to whoop his ass. Let me whooping him. I said, no. Let me deal with it, right? So we ended up catching the fade. I ain't going to lie. I got a few licks in. He got a few good ones. No one got knocked out in ours. It was just a good drag-out fight, right? Besides me getting my whole head fucking damn near split open, right? So now the homies are like, hey, look, that's it. We leave this here. We don't speak on it. The homies got theirs. You guys got yours. It's red up. Ricky's like, whooping, I want that fade. Look it, asshole. You're not going to get it. You're lucky you're going to go back in good standings. Now, what we didn't fail to realize was who the fuck were these guys to tell us what was going to happen in the Valley. You could tell us in the South Bay what's going to happen. Everyone's cool now. They're going to stop spreading false rumors so that when Ricky goes to the county jails, he's not fucking on freeze anymore. And that's cool. We appreciate that. That's what we came for. So we came to talk about. We ended up throwing fists about. But that doesn't mean our homies feel that way, even though they feel some type of way. So let me explain what happened. So we jump our fucking dumbasses in the car. And Ricky's like, well, but we should go to Frisco. He's all feeling good because he didn't get hit, really, right? Maybe a couple times. Me, I'm feeling concussed at this point. And it's hard for me to drive. So I let Shark drive. So I'm like, where are we going? He's like, we're going to go to Chinatown. We're going to go eat. So we go to Frisco. We slide to Frisco. We go eat. Everything's good, man. We run into some young homies on the streets. They're like, oh, what's up? What's up? We're telling them we're from the Valley. It's all love, right? Ricky's like, well, but this is how it's supposed to be. This is Canalismo. I don't like San Jose. When we go to San Jose, the homies are tripping. I said, this is the first time they ever tripped like that. Remember they tripped the last time? They did trip the last time, huh? I said, but that's San Jose. That's how they get down. So anyways, we make it back to my tia's pad. It's late because we fucking stood in Frisco for a minute. We're looking for Little Toro. Just kidding, right? We're just seeing him. He'd have been like, fuck you and everything you claim, right? So anyways, we run into some homies. We leave, and we get late. It's probably about, it's not real late. It's probably about 9 or 10 o'clock by the time we get back to the pad. And we walk in like this, like, oh no, fucking stupid, and fuck, short and stupid. Look at you. What are you doing, fuck face? Why are you bringing my son? What's wrong with your head? It's fuck, you look like the fucking predator. It's fucking, shit goes back this way. I said, Tia, I got dipped on my head. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You're always getting dipped on your fucking head. Remember that one time you thought you were going to wrestle your primos and they broke your arm? I said, they did that twice. Exactly, stupid ass. How are you going to be a gang member? You cannot win a fight. Use a fucking gun, ass. So if you can't win from this, if you can't win from the shoulders, come from the hip, bitch. I'm tired of giving you guys game. Short stuff. Come into the room. We need to talk. You disrespected me last time. We're about to catch the fade. About 10 minutes later, I hear, oh, right there. I'm like, what are you doing in there, bro? He's like, a massage. I'll be back. Right? I'm like, what? The homie's in there. Ricky's like, whooping is the homeboy in there for like disrespecting my mom? I said, no, I think he's giving her all the respect she desires. We're good, right? So we're kicking back and my tia come out. Whoa, Poochie, smells in there. He needs to take a shower. Hey, so what happened, Miko? Is my son okay? I said, he's good. He's not on freeze no more. The homies cleared him. And who the fuck are these guys all of a sudden that they're professors and they can make an educated guess to fucking clear people? I don't know about you gang members nowadays. One day you're clear, the next day you're unclear. Well, I'm clear about this. I like fucking chorra. That's what I'm clear on. And I like shooting heroin and anything other than that, I'm not clear about it. Is that clear to you? Right? Miko, you got a bump on here. Put some clear cell. Might fucking take you down. And Sheila, what are you doing in the kitchen all the time, bitch? I'm tired. Miko, you got food stamps we can borrow? Show me the abuela. Right? So I'm like, oh, man, I'm dealing with this madness. Meanwhile, I feel like I'm in and out of it. So now the homeboys jam. Shark jams. Everyone jams. And I'm like, to my day, can I lay down on the couch? I don't feel good. She's like, and then she starts getting nice. Yeah, Miko, you look fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You look like Chata from the movie Blood and Blood Out. Hey, sorry, we had a party. Yeah, you look like you had a party, Miko. Only you're not buck naked yet. Don't let Sheila get a hold of you, right? So I'm laying down on the fucked up couch with the roaches crawling all over me. And Ricky's all pumped up. You know when you got the adrenaline pumping? He's different. His adrenaline don't go down. He's pacing like it's a jail cell in the house. Whooping. I'm going to tell you whooping. He's talking to himself. I fucking beat that dude from Solo's ass. Whooping. I'm going to tell all the homeboys from Solo I beat their homeboys up. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, hey, you shouldn't do that, bro. You just got off freeze. They're going to put you back and stab your ass. Whooping. I've been stabbed. Look, I've been stabbed right here. I got stabbed in the back by the homies when they ran out on me. I can't be stabbed anymore. I said, listen, just let it go. You want me to let that big old bump on the back of your head go? I said, oh, fuck. He's getting all pumped up. Whatever, man. Go to your fucking room and go smell manteca. You know what I'm saying? Because Sheila's in there. Just go. You know what I'm saying? And where's the Ruffles at? Sheila, why do you always eat the Ruffles? I didn't eat all the Ruffles. Yeah, you did. You ate all the Doritos, the Ruffles, the fuck. You ate even fucking the dog food. The dog's outside. Everyone's struggling here. This is a struggle house. I'm going home. So as I try to go home, I'm blacking out. Like, this will fucking get me on my head. I finally make it home. I crash out, right? I don't wake up for like 2 days. I could have been dead for all I know, and I just came back because God just wanted to punish me. But I come back, and my phone's ringing and ringing and ringing, and it's my tia. You need to get over here. There's a gang of fucking Nortenos over here, and they're going to beat your cousin's ass. Hurry up. And I said, who's there? I don't know, but your fucking homeboy, that short, you know, the one I call short stuff. Remember the one? Stinky Dick. Stinky Dick fucking dick. That motherfucker, I don't know why he limps. Now I know, though, because it drags. Miko, I can't explain it right now. Hurry up. There's a whole bunch of people in my house. I'm about to start fucking letting him have it with the broom. So I call the homeboy Sharky. He answers. He's like, hey, the homies are tripping, bro. I said, all right, I'm going to be right back. So I'll be there. So I take off. I'm still not feeling good. I'm groggy. I take me a quick shower. Meanwhile, my cousin's probably over there getting shot by a whole bunch of homeboys, but I got to take a shower. I didn't take one for 2 days. I stink, right? Then I'm hungry, so I make a Pop-Tart. And then as I'm passing by, they're doing the Maury, and I want to see if this guy's the father or not. And they keep going to commercials, so I have to wait. Then after fucking he says he is not the father, he does a couple backflips, and the chick takes off running. Then I have to warm my car up. So by the time I get there, it's about an hour, right? I get there, my dad, where were you at, you son of a bitch? You went to go find Dorothy in the land of Oz? Meanwhile, look at all these guys here. There's about 10 homeboys right there. And they're smoking a joint, chilling, laughing. Ricky's in the house in the closet for some unusual reason, talking about he's looking for a shirt. But my tia said he's been in that closet looking for a shirt for an hour. It's crazy because all he wears is white tees, black tees, and red tees. So I don't know to what degree of tea he could not find. I guess he was looking real hard. So Sheila comes out. She's like, hey, they're tripping on my old man. So I'm like, my dad's like, I don't fucking get off my porch. They're in the fucking front yard. What did you bring these guys here for? We want to talk to Rick, right? So I'm like, they're not even tripping, acting like they're tripping. They're fucking, there's 10 of them. They're tripping. Look at them. And I can see some homeboys with mean mugs and shoulder shrugs. So I walk up to them, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? They're like, hey, what happened in San Jose with you guys? The homies got at us. I said, what do you mean? They say you disrespected the homeboys from San Jose and took flight. I said, what? I said, these motherfucking homeboys from San Jose, I got a lot of love and respect for San Jose, but they be lying like a motherfucker. These particular dudes, right? I said, what do you mean, bro? They said, yeah. And I said, Shark, you were there. What happened? He said, I can't call it, bro. I went to the car. I said, so what? So you went to the car and left us with a gang of homeboys and we got jumped on or what? No, it wasn't even like that, bro. You know what time it was. Come on, bro. Keep it real. I said, oh, this motherfucker don't want to get caught up. I'm about to beat Sharky to death. That'll be another super. He got his issue, right? So I'm like, nah, it wasn't like that. So I run him down. Meanwhile, Ricky's creeping to the door. What been, homies? What been? Are we going to get active today? They're like, yeah, come out here, right? We're going to get real active. You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, hey, look, from what we heard from the homies, you guys went to go talk with some homeboys to try to clear some shit up. And Ricky fucking kept disrespecting these dudes. These dudes wanted to fade. Now, the homeboys said, nah, you can't do that. It's red on red. And Ricky took flight anyways, and you jumped in to help him. I said, hell no, bro. This is how it went down. I told him the truth. Right? So we're going to call the homeboy right now. That's one thing about Nortenos. They'll put you on the spot. We'll call the homeboy right now. They're like, hey, if you guys did red on red, we don't support that, bro. Ricky said, what, but you're not even from my barrio. He said, no one is from your barrio. You're a one-man barrio, bro. So we're going to have to take care of Central Valley business for your barrio that really is no barrio, right? Ricky said, what are you saying? I'm not really from a hood. They're like, look around you. Does this look like a hood? It looks like a fucking abandoned house in a pasture. That's what it looks like. Pasture, you know? So I'm like, call the homeboys. I don't give a fuck. I'll talk to him. So I put the dude on speaker. He's like, what's up, eh? And they're like, hey, so what happened with the homies, bro? We're dealing. We got them right here. We're dealing with them. They're like, yeah, bro, the Vatos took flight. One of the homeboys, he broke one of his ribs. They kicked him. And I was like, what? I was like, come on, bro. Keep it real. He was like, listen, Holmes, don't deflect the situation right now. I said, you know what happened, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Vatos came up here speaking peace and he left with war, homie. So now, and I said, now this. How about now me and you? How about me and you take a fade for the real truth to this story? The homeboys are looking all shocked because this dude is somebody, right? Not somebody, but he was somebody within that hood. And he's like, hey, homie, you don't threaten me. You know what I'm saying? I'll come to you. I said, well, we can come there wherever. Let's go to Modesto. So we went to Modesto. We all jumped in the car. We went to Modesto. We waited for 3 fucking hours. Dude never pulled up. Facts, right? The homeboys cleared fucking Ricky on the spot. Cleared me. Hey, they had Ricky in a hostage situation. 2 homeboys beside him. Felt like a shadow, right? Like they were on him, waiting, because Ricky's going to jump in. If I fight, he's going to jump in. It's just what happens. If he fights, I'm going to watch him. And then if he's getting beat up, I'm going to jump in. That's usually how that goes, right? There's plenty of times that he was getting beat up and I just decided not to jump in because I was in the car with Shark doing what we were doing. Remember what we were doing, Shark? No, I don't remember exactly. I don't either. That's me, right? My tia's like, hey, why are you guys taking my nephew, my son? Well, fuck my nephew. It's all his fault anyways. This little idiot is involved. Where are you taking my son? They're like, hey, don't trip. Hey, it's all good there. We're just going to take him over here to Modesto. We're going to meet up with some homeboys. We're going to clear all this shit up. Yeah, clear it up. And if you're going to clear that shit up, go to the backyard with a shovel and clean the shit up too, the dog shit. Do what you guys are going to do. So we waited for like 3 hours. These dudes never come. The homeboys call him. Nothing, right? So everything's cleared. They're not tripping on me. They're not tripping on Ricky. They believe us. A couple months later, we go to the Berryessa flea market, right? So what happened was my primo, I have a primo that lives out in San Jose. I got a lot of primos that live in San Jose. They live in Newark, San Jose, Fremont, the whole area. And so we go to my primo's house. They're having a baby shower for his old lady. Well, while they're having the baby shower, the guys don't want to be there. We don't want to be at the fucking baby shower. Guys are not supposed to be at a baby shower. Nowadays, it's what's it called? It's called, they're mixed. They have mixed baby showers. And I don't know. It's like wearing the cologne that men and women could wear. I'm not wearing that shit. And it's non-binary. I'm just not doing that, right? I'm not doing it's unisex. They're having a unisex shit, right? So me and all my primos are like, hey, let's go to fucking Berryessa flea market. Let's go. We're cruising through the flea market. Big old fucking flea market. If you've never been there, that flea market is probably the biggest in the world. One of them. Biggest I ever been through. I've been through when I was a little kid, never was able to walk all through it. So as we're walking, right, we get a phone call from my tia. She's like, where are you guys at? You guys are supposed to be there. They're cutting the cake. Like, nah, we're over here at the flea market. Mijo, bring me out some kiwis. You know I fucking like them because when I'm giving a fucking reach around, then I like to eat a kiwi. It's like sour and sweet at the same time. I'm like, I'll see if they have any fruit. So as we're walking around, it's me, a couple of my primos, a couple of their homeboys, Rick, right? Rick's, well, but if I see a Southsider, I know they're here in Soho. I'm in the cat. I said, listen, bro, we got beef with fucking dudes from Soho. And my primo was like, what's your guys' beef? And I explained to him, he's like, fool, San Jose's big. You're not going to run into them cats. No one even knows. They ain't even going to trip on you. You're a homie. It's all good. Shit. There's taco trucks right there, like a long line of them. So I'm hungry. Like, let's get some tacos. Ricky's like, whoop, look who it is. Look who it is. It's the liar. It's the liar. Man, that dude's there, and he's with his family, though. And I walk up, right? And I'm like, what's up, homie? And he doesn't notice me. He's like, oh, what's up, carnal? And I said, all right, bro. And he hears me, and he turns around. And he's like, oh, fool. You guys didn't answer the phone. I was trying to pull up. Like, I said, nah, I ain't even tripping, bro. You got your kids. We're not even tripping. Ricky's like, whooping, I'm tripping. Tell your lady to take your kids over there. I'm tripping. I said, Ricky, we're not tripping. We're ordering tripas and carnita. We're not tripping, right? That dude's like, hey, look, bro, my bad, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? I got to talking to the little homies, and I figured it all out. I said, if this dude ain't the cowardly lion that he says, and he's lying while he's trying, right? Ricky's like, whooping. Hey, I'm letting you know right now, I'm going to fuck you up if I ever see you in county. He goes, I'm letting you know right now, I'll put you back on freeze. Ricky's like, whooping, then maybe I won't fuck you up. It's Norteno mines. And that was it. Hey, we ended up going back to the baby shower, man, taking my tia her kiwis, and it was all good. And that's how it ended up. He got cleared of that freeze, right? But there's going to be a part 4. Because in part 4, we have to go back, man, and explain what happened with this homeboy from Sanjo. I want to tell you about his demise and how he ended up and how he was running around out there like he was somebody when he was somebody. Kind of gives me little Toro vibes. Anyways, with that being said, thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Remember, if you're put on freeze as a Norteno, you just got to fucking speak your mind, bro, and handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Don't do red on red, though, because that should have you like me over here doing a YouTube channel with every Northerner that hates me. All I got to say is I got more supers coming up today. Hit a 1 if you're ready. The gun. Bang, bang.